this edition of inCycle, we talk to Bahrain Merida's Ondrej Cink about the switch from mountain to road.
I say many times in the half year why I changed. I was happy in mountain biking.
Irish pro Conti outfit Aqua Blue Sport make their Grand Tour debut at the Vuelta España.
My goal from the beginning of the year was that we should do a Grand Tour. It should be the Vuelta. I thought it would be difficult, and actually the team worked hard for it. Just by us being there is also a good result.
But first, Marianne Vos.
For me, competition, that's the thing I'm doing it for. And at one point, of course, you have to let go, but I haven't reached that point yet. For sure, I want to race for a couple of years more. And I still feel if everything goes well and everything goes to plan, I'm still there with the top riders. I already got those questions when do you retire when I was 25, 26. So because I've been in the elite category on the highest level since I was 18, 19. So I can understand that people think I'm there forever already. For me, I'm not done yet.
Marianne Vos, 3-time world road champion, 7-time world cyclocross champion. Conqueror of stage races, classics, national championships and classification jerseys of all kinds, several times over. Add to that a new title as the recently crowned European champion. A belated reward for what had been an unremarkable season, perhaps only by the standards of an athlete who has remained at the very top of her sport for over 10 years.
The season has had ups and downs, and has not been perfect. Out of the cyclocross season, I was ready to go for it, and then the spring period, I wasn't well in the shape I hoped. So I had to take some rest, start up and build up again in April, and well, the May period of racing was quite good, so I was ready for the second half of the season, and then broke my collarbone in the women's tour. Well, it was a crash at high speed in a run into the finish, so into the barriers. So I felt it was a pretty nasty crash, and I already felt both arms weren't really moving, and I wanted to go to the finish because you never know. It might also be something that's just because of the impact of the crash itself, but. Actually, I knew straight away that I was out for a couple of weeks. Kasia was in the lead. We all did our best to keep her in that position and to win the general classification with her. And of course, I felt bad. I was out of the race, but I even was more frustrated that I couldn't finish the race with the team. But I did a perfect job to keep her in the leading position. Injuries are part of the sport, and of course it's not nice. You just want to keep going, and when you've worked hard, you want to show it in the races. But well, I just took it as it is, and I mean, the best role I can play in the team is when I'm fit and ready to race. So that was the main goal during the recovery period, and we try to go for the win. And whoever it is, or it's about the team, and for me that role, whatever role they put me in, that I can do, I want to add something to the team. And if it's in a race that I can do, or I need to do the final, I can do the final, and it's okay. If I have to do my work in the earlier in the race, it's also good. If it's part of the plan, I'm okay with that. And I just love the game. So if I can play the game and be part of that, then it's then I love to do that. And I love riding my bike and travel around the world, and we just ride on beautiful places. But competition is the biggest motivation for me to keep going. As a younger rider, I didn't really like the attention. I've always loved the competition, and on the bike I felt really comfortable. But off the bike, with the cameras and all the attention and people wanting things from me, I really had to get used to that. And I even questioned myself if I really wanted that. But yeah, I wanted to be a rider. I wanted to show my best and use my talent. So yeah, then you learn how to deal with it. And for now, I'm okay with it. I think how I grow up plays a real important role in how I perceive things. And my parents are very down to earth, and they indeed travel around with the camper and the cat, and that's all just basic and how I want to live. So. And in the cyclocross season, they have a more important role for me as in the staff. So my dad is my mechanic, my mom is my soigneur. So it's a really a family thing then, and that's nice. That's nice. That makes the cyclocross season really relaxed, and I think it's in my character. Just wanna be who I am, and that's what I do.
I'm Ondrej Cink, and I am a rider from Bahrain Merida team. And last year I was still mountain biker, and before 6 months I changed for the road cycling, and that's changed my also life because it's totally different sport, mountain biking and road cycling. It's I have to say it's much harder, the road cycling, and it's also unbelievable that I am now in Tour de France after 6 months on the road. It's crazy for me, and it was always my big dream. I was young, I was always watching the TV, and I always say I want to be there one time, and now I'm here. It's crazy. For me it was normal to do mountain biking because I was young, and we with the friends we was always in the wood making fun on the bike, like jumping downhill, and then I started to racing. But why I changed? Because last year I didn't get any contract from mountain biking, and I was very happy that I get this chance to be here in this team on the road. I have to say thanks a lot to Merida management from Germany, because they helped me about this changing, and I was very happy for this help. It was crazy, everything was new for me, but it was like new motivation. Everything new. I start again from zero, and I have to again grow up. But not on mountain bike, but on the road. It was nice feeling. I have good experience with the bike, like technical stuff with the bike in the downhill, how to ride the bike. And what I miss, it's endurance, because on the mountain bike we did a lot of high intensity training, but short. And here is stages like 220 Ks, 5-6 hours on the bike, and it's different for me, and of course I have to still adapt for that. I say many times in the half year why I changed. It's very hard, and I was happy in mountain biking, it was funny, everything was fine, and now I'm suffering, but I have to keep in my head always good motivation because I know that that I will come because I have to adapt for this sport because it's different, and I think after 2-3 years I think it will be fine, and I hope I will be strong.
For any team, a Grand Tour invite is the stuff of dreams. And for a first-year team built upon self-sustainment, it was one that came true with a wildcard invitation to the Vuelta back in March. With less than 2 weeks before Aqua Blue Sport embark upon their Grand Tour debut, inCycle were afforded an all-access pass to the team's final preparations, which took place in Spain at the Vuelta Burgos.
The moment where you really get to know each other, that's where you're out in difficult situations, and that's what we're in now. It doesn't become much more difficult than that and stressful. If you want to be up there and perform, then you got to take it to the limit. That's where we're really, creating a team here and really getting to know each other. My goal from the beginning of the year was that we should do a Grand Tour. It should be the Vuelta. I thought it would be difficult, and actually the team worked hard for it. Just by us being there is also a good result, I think, for a new team like this. Welcome. We're just going to go a little bit over the tactics for the race in general, and then of course we take our morning meetings every day in the bus. This is the reason we picked this race is first of all because we got an invite, but no, but it's also because looking at the calendar, this is probably the ideal preparation race for the Vuelta.
Hey, Conti, are you okay with your phone here? Oh, yeah.
Like 1, 3 and 5 are for the other guys, but definitely tomorrow. Kind of use that.
Then we see if you go on the break tomorrow, then you go for these sprints, take a jersey.
Yeah.
And if you take a jersey, then it could be go on the break.
Well, then if you have a jersey,
then it's going to be us chasing the No.
Obviously, I'm a bit of a dopey giant, so everyone's, I don't know, I think people think that if I can do it, then they must they can do it. I've always been taught so I don't know any different, so just get on with it. But I don't know, it's good, you can see the race playing out a bit, like I can be right at the back of the bunch and I can see what's going on at the front, like the team periscope. From the start of the year, the team really wanted to be aggressive, show themselves in races, and that's kind of been a role I've played, and I've really enjoyed doing that. I've always liked going in the breaks and being aggressive.
We only have maybe 2 or 3 guys who've done a Grand Tour before. I think a lot of these guys are maybe unaware of how treaks can affect you. It's probably the most physically demanding, event people can do. Most of the riders we have only watch them on TV, and it's this maybe mythical type race that only the top guys get to do. We're at the Vuelta Burgos at the moment. I think it's probably one of the best warm-up races we can do for the Vuelta España. First and foremost, it's in Spain. The climate is very, very similar. It was 32 degrees today. It's going to be pretty hot again for the rest of the week. So I suppose what we get to learn with this one is a number of things in that where the guys' form and fitness currently is at. This is a nice tune-up race to get some of that top-end power work that they wouldn't have done in training yet. It's got some nice race pace, some race intensity stuff.
I remember I was like on the side of the road and I was about to start an interval and I had stopped, and I think my phone was maybe just blowing up, and I was like, I wonder what's going on. So I stopped to check, and I was like, was going pretty crazy. Then when I saw that, I was really excited, just because, yeah, it turned out once we got a Grand Tour start, that was the perfect schedule for me. I think everyone has been motivated 110%, and I think you'll see some good things from our team there.
In the background, all the hard work that's gone in is so much more than we know about. If you look at January until starting the Vuelta, or hopefully the end of the Vuelta, how much the team's come on, it is incredible. The guys that are going to the Vuelta, you know, super good guys. I've raced with them most of my race program this whole year, and that's been really good, just getting to know each other and having confidence in each other and growing with trust, really. That's the main thing for me. For myself, it was just, you know, go in there, make sure I'm absolutely flying and try and get a good result. I think there's a second day, there's a sprint day straight away, so for me to get in there so early and try and get a good result, hopefully a stage win, that's what I'm going for.
I haven't looked at a specific stage, but I've looked at a lot of stages, and I saw that there's really going to be a lot of chances for breakaways, so that should be great. And I think it's hard if you really pick just one. You know, you have to pick maybe 5 or 10 or something, because it's kind of getting in the breakaway is kind of a crapshoot also.
Definitely have a look for Quickstep at Movistar. Let's go.
Yeah, if there's big things going, then I'll go. Otherwise, it's like I'll try for the finish, and then if it doesn't work out, then either I lose time today or I lose time tomorrow, and then go for the breakaway the last day.
Avant même d'avoir atteint le kilomètre 1 de l'étape, llega al grupo de cabeza, si puede, 8 corredores sin pelotón para todos ellos, continúan siendo las diferencias mínimas. La lucha continúa siempre las diferencias mínimas para los 8 corredores de cabeza. Continúa habiendo mucha lucha, siempre en las primeras posiciones del pelotón, a punto de cumplirse el kilómetro 5 de carrera. Las diferencias continúan siempre siendo mínimas para los 8 corredores de cabeza.
Is it slowing down, Adam? Okay, Lasse, if you hear this, it's slowing down probably in the peloton, so it looks like you're gone. Good job. Somebody's been near the back of the peloton, please call the car. Okay, I heard it. I'm on my way. Great job, boys, and of course when I say flat, you know, it's never really flat here, but great job. I know, but I'm trying. Is that a puncture? Okay, Stefan, on my way. Oh, atento.
Todos los vehículos que se encuentran detrás del botón 116. Derrière la tête de la course, arrêtez-vous.
Hey, typical. No, no. Is Mark in front of you?
I think Mark is still there.
Yeah. Is Mark up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a conversation with most of the guys on the team and said, look, you may never have thought in your wildest dreams you'd be doing Grand Tour. Let's prepare for it now and let's see can we do it. Let's see what we can do. And I think we have a group of guys here who bought into the system and bought into what we wanted to do, and everybody stepped up above and beyond what we anticipated, which is just phenomenal from a group of guys like that.
They have to be prepared 100% for that race. They are really motivated for this, and I feel the focus amongst the group already. They think they know what they're about to get into, and they're mentally ready for it. And we've timed the whole season in the way so that we're going to have some riders that are going to be fresh for the task. They're going to be ready.
That's all for this week. Join us next time on inCycle, but until then, keep up to date with us across social media.